Also Umaru. We also got the Magicite Tirato, or Migansumur, who is the worst Magicite in the entire game. By
Still
far.
more useful than Umero.
It's mystifying, because I think they went out of their way to make the worst Magicite possible, because they give you 3 spells. One of them is Quake, which hits your party and the enemy. It's not that good. The other one is Quarter, which reduces one enemy's health by 75%, which is an instant death, which is like, gravity attack. It's terrible.
And it works on, like, nothing.
Yeah. And it's a lower hit rate than normal Demi. It's just foul. And then, White Wind, which is by far the worst spell in the entire game, because it reduces everyone's HP to 1/16, includes your party. It makes no sense. They just tried their best to make the worst Esper ever to go along with the worst character in the game. Spoilers.
Reminds me of the 4 Dragons ability in Final Fantasy IX. That was I still don't get what you're supposed to do with that thing. But anyway, that's another LP.
Yeah, I guess you could make an argument for Crusader being worse than Terato.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, at least Crusader teaches you Meteor. Or Meteo.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I was going through the Esper Cave and I found the Magicite item that calls a random summon when you used it. And I tried using it, like, in the cave just to see what it did, because I didn't know at that time. And it called Crusader and wiped my party out.
That's happened to me before. I think I've rolled Setzer and gotten Crusader with 3 bars.
That's a cruel developer joke, you give them abilities that can kill the party, but you don't tell them they could kill the party. They just find out.
I mean, the funny thing about Crusader is that it's the ultimate Esper. Like, you get it after you kill the 8 dragons.
Yeah.
But it's like all the ultimate Esper and you cast it in battle and just kills you.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Oh,
Meltdown is potentially useful, but yeah, Crusader itself, useless.
Yeah. It's not that summoning Espers, like, there are so many Espers in this game, a lot of them are not that useful when you summon them. A lot of the damage Espers are not great. But, like, a lot of the support Espers are actually good, like Palador, even though I used him in a hilariously inappropriate circumstance there. He is actually useful.
Whoa, Time Warp.
No, that was just a warp. Oh no, that's a time warp.
Once you get Ultima or some other strong spell, Espers seem kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same for pretty much every FF game. Once you get the superpower go-away spells, every summon but Bahamut looks useless in comparison.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm doing something super special, which is once you get the Moogle Charm, you can go anywhere because the Moogle Charm disables random encounters, so I'm going to Kefka's Tower right now. And, if I was playing this game, like, normally I would just go in and just get everything. But I don't want to do that because that's kind of cheap. So instead, I'm just going to get one very special item that's in the 2nd or 3rd room. I think a lot of you know what it is.
So you're just looting his tower and then running away?
Yeah. Oh, here's a little cutscene. I guess. Here's a preview for what we will be doing in approximately 5 episodes. 4 episodes.
Even Amaro.
Yep, he's coming with us, even though I'm not. There. Best party ever.
Pitiful.
There's me thinking I absolutely despised him.
We're not actually using those other 2 parties. It's just, Mog is just gonna get 1 treasure chest and we're out. Umuro, I will use Umuro in a dungeon, because I really want to show you what Umuro can do, or can't do.
Or
Well, that should take about 30 seconds.
So he's gonna be using the... Yep.
The list of things Umara can do, as far as I can remember, are hit things and throw things.
He can also
That's
make
it.
a blizzard. A blizzard.
He can
Yeah, he can
use
make
Blizzard,
blizzards. He's not terrible, it's just... he's not preferred.
He can't cast Ultima, that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's just that, out of 14 characters, 2 will have to hit the bench eventually.
Yeah, and we like Strago too much to have him hit the bench, so... normally I would bench Strago, but anyway, we got the fixed dice, and the fixed dice are really, really broken. Implied in the name, but they're Setzer's best weapon by far.
Yeah.
They make the game considerably. Well, I mean, they'll make the game considerably easier, but they make Setzer actually a useful party member.
Which is shocking.
Basically, what it does is that you roll the dice, and you can get. He rolls 3 dice, and it's the sum on the dice times his level or something like that, and it's really good. Like you can hit in the 5,000s right now at this point in the game.
Where are you going?
I'm going on an adventure, a joyride.
Surprised you can find anything on that. It's really difficult to see where you're going.
Yeah. No, it's because I forgot where the cultist tower was, because I have...
Don't tell me you do it the pussy way.
No, I'm just getting one thing.
Okay.
I'm not actually
Then I'd have to hurt you.
I'm not gonna cheat this tower. Just slightly cheat. There's Strago. Hi, Strago. Anyway.
This is like the best spot to grind magic in the game.
Yeah, right now he's prepping himself. So, yeah, I'm just gonna get one item, which is very special and close to my heart. It's Edgar's last tool, the air anchor. And
Okay,
a lot
I
of
just had an idea. That's the villain for Strago Returns. The part of Strago's soul that he sold to Kefka gained sentience and returned. That's the final boss. That's the big twist.
Oh no, you're giving it away. We were told not to spoil other games.
Well, we gotta hype the game up. We'll do what Square Enix does. Tell the plot twist in the trailer.
Yep. We'll just, tell the entire story. We'll just put the entire game script online.
Everybody
we
dies, that's the end.
Oh yeah, here we go!
Alright. It's time for everyone's favorite side quest in Final Fantasy VI, Doomgaze. Now, you might not be familiar, but Doomgaze was released after the World of Ruin, and he's hiding on one tile on this map. That's one out of, I think, 3,000 something tiles. So you can imagine,
Yep.
Yeah. This is, it can take a long time. This is actually, I think at 8 times speed, this is a 15-minute footage of me trying to find him once. I just wanted to show you, at this one time, I cut out all the other times I tried to find him. Just show you how enlightening it can be to try and find Doomgaze.
I found him at random. So
That's the worst thing, though. It's better to find him when you're just looking for him than to find him at random, because if you find him at random, you're just gonna get killed.
true.
Actually, one time I just found him at random, and I was just using Umaru or something, and he just killed me.
In preparation for another failed skate, I'd like to ask a question. Do you have any party members with a level multiple of 5?
Funny you asked that. I don't remember. We'll find out.
Well, we're gonna find out. Who wants to put money on yes?
Alright, so betting's up. One party
It's
member.
probably all
who's...
of them.
Okay, so Griffin says all. What do you say, Jeppo?
I'm putting my money on Setsu.
I'm putting my money on
Oh, we found it.
Edgar, because he's the most useful.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, none of them.
Alright, looks like I outsmarted you all.
good thing I don't have any money then.
Is he floating on midair then?
Sabin is really talented. he can moonwalk and suplex the train.
Ooh, okay, now that's good damage, isn't it?
Yeah, the fixed dice is really good. This is kind of a demo of why the fixed dice is really good. Mog doesn't really do very much in this battle, unfortunately. Poor Sabin. So I've noticed, while playing this game, Sabin spends a lot of the game dead. I don't know if that's similar to my feelings for Sabin, but he spends about every time I bring in the battle, he dies in all the boss fights. I think every single
there
boss.
he goes again.
Yeah. Remember,
Yeah, it did.
you know, Square really like this because they put this in the next game. They just thought this was the greatest idea ever. And then Pokemon decided it was the greatest idea ever and put it in every single one of their games. I don't.
Yeah, at least 7 and Pokemon gave you a way to track the fuckers.
Yeah.
This is just, ugh.
Yeah, this... Okay, I'm just cutting to the time when I finally beat him, because... God. If you want to cheat, you can cast Vanish on him and then cast Doom. But then you're a cheater. Just putting it out there. Because Vanish in this game is really broken, because it overrides all status immunities, so if you cast Vanish, then Death. It will kill Doomgaze in one hit. You don't need to worry about chasing him down. But then you're a cheater. And I frown upon you. Greatly.
You'd rather show off how horrible you are than cheat.
Wow, Sabin survived that one.
Yeah, but Mog and
No one
Edgar
else
didn't.
did.
Yeah. I was really expecting for me to miss that Blitz input. I'm really ashamed of my past self.
Yay,
Looks like
that's
Doomgaze
one
is
less boss
doomed.
with a stupid gimmick we have to put up with.
Well, at least in this version of the game. Final Fantasy Advance, however. Final Fantasy...
Well, screw that, we're playing the SNES version.
Yeah. I've never actually played the Advanced version. I don't know what... Is the Dragon Synth any good? For someone who has played it.
Well, 6 Advance definitely is not a bad game, but, you know, the sound's a bit wonky because it's on the GBA and this is a SNES game, the sound chips don't match up and
It's the only
the
version I
translation's
own.
not as good.
The one thing that bugged me about the advanced release, and this is proof if you need a benchmark, this is proof when you've played FF6 too much. I noticed that the enemy sprites were different colors because of the lighter palette, and because of the smaller screen, the cutscene positions, the camera changed around. I noticed that stuff. That's how well I know the game.
So, right now, here, I'm showing off...
Former American president looks odd.
I'm showing off, like, this is a grindy area, where you... And I'm just showing off how the grind easily brings Sabin. You can just do a blitz on the Cactuar, give you 10
Oh, what a
magic
shock,
points.
Sabin died.
Nice happen.
And then he died. We should have, like, a drinking game every time Sabin dies. I think... oh, man. I just said that, and then and now I'm realizing it's so true. I think every single battle I brought him into...
That's a macro for you. Sabin, worst sentinel ever.
Yay, grinding.
And so yeah, I want to get Flare and the level 3 spells for Terra, Celeste, and, well, I guess Realm and Stragrant and the Protea, but I do want to get them for them because it just makes the game a lot easier. And as you know, I really do need this game to be easier.
Oh, I didn't know England was in here. Was in this game.
Is anyone else intrigued by the idea of Celeste wearing white and walking through a rainstorm?
And now we're just walking through Detroit.
Just bringing it up.
Detroit, England.
No, just having a
That
lovely,
happens all the time.
stroll through the downtown of Detroit.
And here I prove that I once again have no idea where I'm going. And that I passed the guy who I'm supposed to talk to. Twice.
I find it hilarious that Zozo was such an awful place that the World of Ruin did nothing to it.
Or what was left to do with it. Ken
Yeah.
could probably look at the place and decided, not worth the energy, it's already a shithole.
Probably thought he'd already hit it.
I bet he never heard of Zozo.